awful. It's just chatting a little bit.
You can hear a little bit of a hum there, right?
Yeah.
So that's telling you that?
So I feel like there's little, like with the windings and stuff in the back, there's like an electromagnetic pole sucks that in when it gets the signal to cool, and when I feel like when that starts going out, it's just not as strong, and you get this out of it. So still functioning, obviously. But,
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe not in the best shape right now, but we'll keep
You
going.
can see it's definitely got some corrosion on it.
Yeah, amps.
So what do we look for on the amps?
So that picture that I took earlier. So take a couple and then I'll explain it.
Because we took the thing off, so we can't look at the.
Yeah, that's why I took a picture.
So that wire there is for.
So that's for your fan motor.
That's the fan motor wire. Okay. That's that kind of brown or black one.
Yeah. So what I'm looking for is I go back to your nomenclature there, and then I kind of take a look and see what your compressor, what the amps are supposed to be on for your fan motor and also for your compressor. So you had 0.9 amps for your fan motor and 9 and change for your compressor. So that's pretty good.
That's kind of what we're looking for, based on this.
Especially for an older unit. I mean, this unit's 13 years old, so I feel like it's doing pretty well.
So on this, we just check the fan and the compressor. But is there also a wire that leads in there to that, or is that separate connection?
So
to the air handler.
You're basically no, that's separate.
Oh shit! Just came on.
So this power is coming from here.
Right.
And you'll see when I shut that off here in a second. Check the cap.
Okay.
Basic rule of thumb for me is I'd like to see half of whatever the given value is. So let's just call this 2. We're looking for about 1. So a little bit less than 1, which is around what you're at. And then your compressor amperage is 9-ish, so 9 and change, which is a little bit elevated, but still not awful. You're right around half. So at that point, I feel like you're doing okay here.
So the compressor's at 9, where it's supposed to be, right around there.
Right around it.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, for an older unit, it only does what it can do.
So now what do we do?
Just make sure I got all my pictures.
Now we got to hit that breaker over there, which is, I think you pull it out. Yeah, it's one of those. You pull that sucker right out of there. Now it's quieter.
Yeah, it's a lot quieter. Now basically just going to take a look at your run tap. So usually on these older units.
What are we looking for?
So what we're looking for is rubbed off, unfortunately.
Oh, right there.
Yeah. So usually there's values given.
So we don't know.
I barely see a 45, and I can't see the other number. So
What are they usually do? I mean,
it's usually 45.5, maybe 45.75.
okay.
Sometimes, in some cases, it'll be 40.
Would it have it over here? So now we got the electricity off on this.
Then I always just test to make sure everything's dead in here. I've had situations where
You don't want to get electrocuted.
it wasn't dead. A lot of guys use their fingers. I tend not to. Pop this off.
Heard a beeping sound. That must be your phone.
Let's my electrical bill. So, just gonna try to get these off here. The only dangerous part, and I don't know why they put them in like this, but
Yeah, it's hard for you to get it disconnected.
yeah. So it sucks, but it is what it is. It's just how they did it back then. I'm gonna leave that one on for a second so I can get this guy out. This guy.
What do you think? Sounds like you got it.
Okay. I'm gonna grab the clips.
So this is, we're just looking for continuity, right?
So this I'm just looking for to see what the microfarad amps are and what
Okay.
the charge is.
Okay, so now that's going to tell us.
Yeah, so you're good there.
So that's what you were looking at, like because it was like 4 or 5, right?
right. On here. Corner. Compressor.
Now we got to slip them back on.
Now I gotta get one more.
One more.
Because that contact here still holds.
It's not the best location to get at it, is it? Oh my gosh.
That's another reason it's fun. Too rusty.
So how's it look?
Pull something on this. Alright, 5.5. So we're looking good.
So that looks okay. So now we got to put the things back on, right? Which is difficult. We got to use needle nose pliers. All right. So the things that we just tested, you were testing it for continuity, or what those connected to?
So the units of measurement is microfarad amps.
Okay.
And what this does is sends a jolt of electricity to help your compressor go from 0 RPMs to hold on one second.
This is the hard part, getting the damn thing back on there.
Right.
Ah, there you go. Seemed to have snapped on. So that's an orange and a red wire. Those two there, right?
Yes.
Then the one on the bottom is, it looks like it's a purple wire.
Yep.
Okay. So that was three different various wires. You okay?
Yep.
Take it. We're going to get some water.
Nah, we're good.
So what do you think?
So that looks good. Hopefully, keeps back on here.
That's how you put it back in, and bam, just comes right back on. Woo! All right, so our electrical looks good then.
Yeah, the electrical looks good. Tap looks good. So now I'm just gonna move all the stuff. Pick it back on. I spray this thing down, and yeah, go from there. And then we'll go take a look
At the air handler. Woo!
similar to like a starter on a car or like
Okay.
a battery of sorts. Because your compressor has to go, and also your fan motor has to go from 0 RPMs to whatever RPMs it needs to go to be functioning correctly. And the problem is it draws all that amperage off the house. And so this kind of just aids in that. And
So when the thermostat calls for it to turn on, that's where the big burst comes from?
exactly. You ever been in a place where like using a hair dryer, or like even if you're
And the lights dim.
the lights down? That's
Yeah.
why.
Oh, okay. So that's the one thing about when this initially starts, it really takes a big jolt.
Exactly.
So these are the things that you used right there. Look at them.
And so that's why they're building them now, to where the compressor never stops. Just,
Oh, interesting.
it's always going just a little bit, so it doesn't have to start from 0.
So that's all the new units are like that. But this one here is not like that.
But I like the old bucket of bolts. That's the that's my jam right there. That's my work.
Most of the stuff you're working on is probably a couple years old anyway, right?
Yeah, most of the stuff that I work on is I'd say like I see modern, like the new modern stuff rarely. I do see it more so in like the I don't know how to say this tactfully, but just like the more expensive, like the larger properties with,
They get the more sophisticated, fancy shit that's harder to work on.
basically what I'm trying to say tactfully here.
I took the words out of your mouth.
But
Right, so that's all set right there.
yeah, so that all looks good.
That just slides up inside there. We're doing good, man. I think that's the only screw on there.